Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Put to Practice Cooking. Today we are going to be making homemade caramel. Thought it would be kind of interesting to do. I've been told that the caramel sauce that we've made for our Dr. Pepper pound cake was very good. So I thought I'd look it up and see how it is to make little candies. Really not that much different. Basically, all you have to do is you just add corn syrup into it, and you just kind of cook it for a long period of time. I did have to buy a candy thermometer, so we're going to be using that because you need to keep it at get it to a certain temperature. After that point, we let it cool and all that fun stuff, just to save time, so you don't have to watch it. Because apparently, from what I saw, this could take up to like 45 to an hour, sometimes depending on situation with it. So you see it up to a point, maybe after it's all combined and everything. After that point, we'll skip ahead to when we pour it in our cooling pan and whatnot. So let's get started. All right, so right now we have our a stick of butter being melted in our pan. Once that gets all the way done, we're going to be adding all of our ingredients. Right now it's at a medium heat, so it might be a little while because of, I've complained multiple times about my electric stove because I'm still getting used to it, but it's fine. We'll turn this on once we get it all combined. We just need to let this all get together first. Kind of find it interesting that all we have to do is really just throw it all together. You just throw the sugar, the heavy whipping cream, and then the corn syrup. That's only the extra thing we got to add. So, and then some vanilla extract at the end, but still pretty interesting. Oh yeah, also you need one of these. This is going to be a high heat resistant spatula. This one is good for up to 425 degrees. You really only need up to what we're going up to, which is 247-ish. 245. I think it's 245 to 250, and then the higher end will get you a more firmer one, and the low end will get you a more softer one. So we're going somewhere in the middle. All right, so we are just about there. So now we're going to be adding in our ingredients. So now we're going to be adding in our 2 cups of sugar, then our heavy whipping cream. Then our additional ingredient is our light colored corn syrup. Oops. Oh well. That's just a little bit of sizzling on there. I think that's pretty well mixed up. All right. Now we want to get this on a low boil, and then once we get to that point, then we're going to keep it on a medium low. So we gotta readjust this. I'll probably start now turning it on. There we go. Still got a long ways to go, unfortunately. We'll be stirring every so often because I want to make sure it's doesn't stick too much. Hello. Kind of, I guess, made a mistake. It was bubbling over so much. It obviously did not fit the pan. You can kind of see the result of that, unfortunately. Quickly transferred over to another pot. Same kind of thing we're doing. It's just now we got to get it back up to where it was. Unfortunately, as you can also see right here, got a bit of a mess. I got a bit of a mess you got to clean up right there. So it should be basically the same. So you're not missing much. Okay, we are back after a little while. It's starting to get close to that temperature, so thought I'd come back for it. Seems like it's Looking good, I think. I also changed the camera because we're going to be doing something right before, which is now time. So we're going to take this right off heat. So we got that now. So what we're going to be doing now is putting in 2 tablespoons, or sorry, tablespoons, not tablespoons, teaspoons of vanilla extract. It's bubbling a little bit because of that, but we're going to stir that in real quick. It's starting to look a little bit more like caramel, so I think we're definitely did good. So give me just 1 second, and we're going to change the camera around. All right, so now what we're going to do is pour this right into this container so it can solidify. All right, so here is our caramel. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this kind of weird thing right here because it's supposed to be a much smaller pan than we have, but this should hopefully be okay. We are going to let this cool, and once it's cool enough to handle, I'll jump back for us to cut it up and start individually wrapping them. So I will see you after that point. All right, we are back. I think that took about like an extra hour or so. So cut a little piece off. I was trying different ways to cut it. I think it's probably best with this. So nice brick of caramel. So. All right, so there is all of our caramel. That took quite a while in my opinion. Next part is just wrapping all these, but just to really save time. I mean, you don't really need to watch me wrap them, since you just get enough piece and twist the sides kind of thing. I'm just gonna do that off camera, and we will see how it tastes after I get done with that. So in a bit. All right, let's see how these turned out. I decided not to wrap them because it just was time consuming and it didn't even really fit really well. So let's see how this caramel turned out. I definitely say that was really good. Very, very sweet, like how it should be. But it's the only thing. Maybe it's because of how I did it or not. But these definitely leave a lot of like a buttery kind of feeling on your hands when you pick these up. So maybe I put too much butter in it, but I think at least enough so they allow to break them up inside your containers and everything. Other than that, I think it's pretty good. I mean, I might, if this turned out as good as I thought it did, maybe I should try different flavors and whatnot. Maybe I'll maybe swap it out for some maple syrup at some point or some other things like that. I think it's a really good base for a bunch of experimentation. So hope you have a good rest of your day, and hope your candy turns out as good as mine.